What's up everybody, welcome back to our final video in this big section. We've learned a lot, you've done quite a bit, so congrats on that, and we still got a few more things to go through, so let's get going. We finished up pretty much everything, except we still don't have a win-lose finishing off of the game, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to have, if you win, it's going to pop up and say victory really big, and then it's going to take you back to the main menu, and you can press, battle again, or you can quit. Same thing if you lose. Instead, it's just going to say defeat and then take you back to the main menu, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to make that big text view here in the heads up display. I'm going to right click and say create UI and text. Okay, and that text we're going to call end game text. Okay, I'm going to switch to our 2D view, press F to go to it. I'm going to make it real big and center it, and I'm going to put in placeholder text for victory, just because it's the bigger of the two words, victory and defeat. We're going to set the text dynamically inside of the game manager though. And so I'm going to set the font size to maybe 80, a little bit bigger, about 100. 100 is probably okay. I'm going to center the text and place it about there is okay. So that's, I'm going to anchor it to the top. So anchor to the top and give it a position of minus 200. Maybe minus 250. There we go. All right, so now let's change the font from that ridiculous. Let's see what Barbarian looks like. Let's just stick with God of War. All right, so we'll stick with God of War. Change the font, or the font color to light gray, and I think that will do it for our end game text. Okay. All right, so save that, and then let's open up our game manager. So we got it open here, and we are going to need a serialized field, just like for our level text, and we are going to say serialized field text end game text. We're going to save that. Then we're going to go back to our Unity editor real quick, open up our game manager, wait for it to catch up, and now we have a slot for endgame text. I'm going to grab the endgame text from our HUD and drop it into its slot, save it, and drag back our game manager. Now in start, we need to turn off the endgame text. We need to be able to get a reference to it, so we are going to say endgame text dot get component, and the component is of type text, and then we're going to call dot enabled, and we're going to set it equal to false so that it's not visible when we start the game. All right, so that looks good. And then how do we want to handle this? Let's come down here. Let me increase the size of our font. There we go. And just to go back over what we did, so with our big font, we added a serialized field and game text. And then in start, we got the component and set it to enabled equals false. And while we're here, we actually don't need this, don't destroy on load, and it would actually give us problems when we try to switch back and forth between the main menu and the game scene. So the don't destroy on load, we would use that if we wanted this particular game manager to persist across any scene. And that would be useful in some cases, but in this case where we're going from a simple game main menu scene where we aren't using any of the prefabs or anything that we have associated with this game manager, we don't want it to persist. And so each time this level is loaded, a fresh game manager will be loaded. So we're going to delete that, and then down here in our spawn, we are going to modify this a little bit. We are going to say if the killed enemies.count is equal to the current level and the current level is not equal to the final level, and we haven't defined that yet, so final level is just our the goal, you know, and we're going to make that a serialized field so that we can have access to that during gameplay, because that will make it easier to troubleshoot and to test things. So we're going to call this final level, and we want our final level to be 20. Yeah, that's the goal. We'll see how it shakes out in during gameplay. Maybe 20 is too high. Maybe it's not possible to get that high very easily. All right, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to have another if statement in here. We're going to say if killed enemies dot count is equal to current level or final level. If killed enemies dot count is equal to final level, then we are going to start a coroutine that we haven't written yet, but we will. And that coroutine is going to be called end game. Okay. Nope, not end game text, just end game. And so what do we want our coroutine to do? I think all we really need it to do is just display the defeat or victory text. We're going to wait a couple of seconds, and then we're going to load the main menu scene back up. So let's write that. Let's say IEnumerator, and this is going to be called end game. And I think we're going to actually need to pass a parameter into it, because we want this to be common between the defeat and victory functions. And so whether we lose or win, we're going to use the same function. So we are going to pass into it end game, and we're going to pass in a string, and we're going to call that outcome. Okay. And up here where we had end game, we're going to pass in, so this is when we win. So we're going to pass in victory. Okay, and then let's see, where's our death function? Okay, right here. So game over is equal to true, and so here in our player hit, when game over is set to true, we are going to say end. Well, we gotta say start coroutine, and the coroutine that we are starting is end game, and we're going to pass in defeat. No exclamation point for losers. And we're going to come down here back to our coroutine we're writing. And so what do we need to have happen? We're going to say game or end game text dot text is equal to the outcome that we are passing into it, which is a string. And then we need to enable it. So we're going to say game, we're going to say end game text dot get component, and we're going to grab text, and we're going to say dot enabled is equal to true. Then I think we'll wait a couple of seconds. Yield return new wait 4 seconds, and let's see how 2 seconds feels. Maybe 3 seconds. And then we are going to call our scene manager class. We're going to say scene manager, and we are just going to go right back to our main menu scene. So let's save that. See if we missed anything. We have an end game. We have a string we're passing into it. We're setting it. This looks good. If the killed enemies dot count, that looks fine. I'm going to save it, and let's give this a run. So first we're going to test the defeat scenario. So I'm going to find an enemy and let him kill me. 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, 4. Getting there. Come on, kill me already. Oh, you missed. Missed. Come on, hit me. Hit me. Defeat. 1, 2, 3. And main menu. Let's see, is that what it's called? What did we call it? Thought it was called main menu. Nope, we are calling it game menu. So that's why I couldn't find it. So back down here in our end game coroutine, this should actually be game menu, not main menu. All right, so let's give that one more try. And to make it go quicker, I'm going to find our player. Where's our hero at? Hero, let's find our player health. And let's set our starting health to 10, just to make this quick. Kill me quick. All right, so come here. Where you at? All right, kill me. All right, dead. Defeat. 1, 2, 3. All right, and back to our main menu. I'm gonna press battle again. All right, here we are back again. Okay, someone kill me. Defeat. That could be bigger. That definitely needs to be bigger. All right, that looks good. All right, so let's go to our HUD, endgame text. You need to be like, I don't know, 200 or something. Yeah, there we go. Maybe too big. 150. There we go. 150. That looks better. All right, save. And this time we're going to test the victory scenario, and I'm not going to fight through 20 levels. Let's go ahead and just rig this. So let's say the final level is actually 3. Actually, I think that's hard-coded in our game manager for some reason. So let's come up here and find final. We'll just have to switch it during gameplay. All right, so play. All right, and final. Whoops. Oh, okay. Let's put our health back up so that we are. I'm gonna actually set our health to 500 because we definitely don't want to die because we are testing the victory scenario. All right, so 500. Our game manager, we are saying that the final level is 3, so we only got to kill a few dudes. All right, come here. And so you dead. Level 2. You dead. All right, level 2's done. 3, 1 down, 2 down. All right, so we should, this should be our final guy to kill, and we should have victory. All right, victory pops up. 1, 2, 3, and back to our main menu. All right, so it looks like both of our victory and defeat states work. So that's good. That's pretty much a wrap on it, guys. There are a few little things that I would like to address. First, let's reset our defaults. So game manager, final level is 20. Player for our hero. Let's switch our starting health back to 100 and press save. And I think I wanted to go and look at our prefabs, our enemies' healths, and just adjust those a little bit. Our ranger has a starting health of 20, that's fine. Soldier is 20, but I think I wanted to give the tanker a little bit, you know, he's the biggest guy, so he should have more health. So I'm gonna change his to 30. And let's give that one more play. I'm gonna maximize, and let's see how far I can get. Whew. Okay, so I managed to only get to level 11. So, play it with it, adjust it. You may find that you need to set the final level a little bit lower, give our hero more health, or maybe you create some new power-ups that give the player exceptional abilities. And speaking of, now I want to talk about your challenge. So you have learned a lot. You've learned all about how to build scenes, how to build levels, how to build worlds. You've learned about how to use a game manager to manage that level. You've learned about using enemies with animations, with weapons, with colliders, and all of that. So what I want you to do is take all of that knowledge and go and create a new level, because now you know how to switch scenes. You can, once you win the objective on this level, maybe you make this level, the final level is 10. And then once you reach 10, you switch to a new level, and that level, the objective is to live until level 20, and so on. And so you have all of the assets you need, so you can create a whole new world using these assets. I want you to create a new power-up, and I want you to try out using one of the different attack animations that are available with your enemies. Each of them have alternate attacks as well. So just like you have a double chop and your spin attack, the enemies also have other cool attack animations that you can use. And so go ahead and try that all out. And so again, those are build a new level with a new scene using all of your assets that you have available. Create a new power-up, and try out a new attack animation for your enemies, okay? So there you have it. You have everything at your disposal that you need. You have us for help in the chat rooms, and so get to it. And again, congratulations on finishing up this section. It has been a very big section, and this is a big game. So be proud of yourselves and code every day and keep on practicing, all right? And I'll see you around. Johnny B with DevSlopes.com, signing out.